Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Anna, and today we're doing my March wrap-up and my April TBR. I just thought this would be a little fun video. We're not gonna take into account that I have done these the past 2 months, but there's been 2 videos in between, I think. Have I? Maybe 1 video. Anyways, it doesn't matter. We are doing this video right now, so we're just gonna dive into it. I read 10 books this month, and then I have 7 on my TBR for April. So, got all of them written down here because I forget what I rate things. So, the first book that I read this month was Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I wanted to finish it before the TV show came out. I don't think I did. I think I finished it a few days after, but I was still like so far into it that I have watched the first few episodes. My friends and I are watching it right now. But this is about Daisy Jones and the Six. The Six is a band, and then Daisy Jones kind of like integrates into that band. But it's written in interview style, which I really liked. I've tried getting into Malibu Rising by her. I decided I was gonna say that for the summer, but I've also tried to get into Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I just can't. So hopefully getting through this whole thing, maybe I can read some more of her writing. But like I said, it's about the band. It's an interview style. It's really, 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 really good. I rated it 5 stars. And yeah, so that was the first book I read this month. The next book I read was Magnolia Parks. This is by far my favorite book that I've read this year. It was so good. Magnolia and BJ literally have my heart. Like, all of it. I'm really excited to continue the series. I bought the rest of it because I liked it so much. I rated this 5 stars. It was so good. Magnolia and BJ's relationship is... So, definitely if you're gonna read this, go into it for the entertainment. This is in no way, shape, or form what a relationship should be like. It is very, I've heard it described as Gossip Girly, but I've never watched Gossip Girl. But they're just like in a circle of hurting each other and coming back to each other, and it's just, it was like the best kind of, it was just so good. And I literally probably have something on every single page underlined, highlighted. Of course I go to the one page where there's nothing on it, but this was so good. The next book I read was Shatter Me. I gave this 5 stars. It's the first book in the Shatter Me series. I also read Destroy Me, which I gave 5 stars. It's the first novella. It's over there because I have them in like the same book, and they're over there. So, but I have Shatter Me. It was really good. It wasn't what I expected, I guess. But it was really good. It's about this girl. She has been in this prison, and then she leaves, and it's just I really don't even know how to explain this. Let's just read the back. I don't read the backs of books. I haven't read the back of this one. No one knows why Juliet's touch is fatal, but the reestablishment has plans for her. Plans to use her as a weapon, but Juliet has plans of her own. After a lifetime without freedom, she's finally discovering strength to fight back for the very first time, to find a future with the one boy she thought she'd lost forever. And the electrifying first book, whatever. It's really good. Basically, if you touch this girl, she kills you. But I did read the first novella, which is good. I know that the first book has Adam in it, but like all I see on the internet is Warner, and like obviously you meet Warner in the first book. Well, maybe not obviously for you. You meet Warner in the first book, but they're not like whatever. I guess it's just gonna be really good enemies to lovers or something. But anyways, the next book I read was Twisted Hate. I definitely my lowest rating of the 4 Twisted books. Jules and Josh are so cute, but I feel like I don't know if it's just like from going from the first 2 Twisteds where it was like touch her and I'll kill you, and then Josh is kind of like whatever, like not really, but they're just kind of more happy-go-lucky. I don't know, just the vibe of the writing, and like I don't know. I gave it 4 stars. It was still really good. I still love the story. I love Josh and Jules together, but yeah, I rated that one 4 stars. After that, I read Mile High. I also rated that 4 stars. The writing, and there was a lot of repetition. I can't remember what exactly it was, but there was like one thing where like something like, I lost my breath, and then he lost his breath. I lost my breath, and it was like back and forth with that, and then some of the things in the storyline were just like not doing it for me. And then Stevie, I didn't like her. Sorry. I'm just gonna say I did not like Stevie. She was not my favorite. But I love Xander's, and all the side characters and like the whole team and whatever they were awesome. I didn't really like Stevie that much. Sorry. You can hate me if you want. And then I read Twisted Lies, which is the 4th book in the Twisted series. I keep wanting to say Christian's book because it was Christian's book, but I guess it's like technically Stella's. I honestly think that was my favorite. I think after reading Twisted Games, Twisted Hate just like wasn't doing it for me, but then Twisted Lies like kind of took over Twisted Games, and everybody says Twisted Games is their favorite, and it's definitely like close second. But I loved Christian and Stella's story. Oh, it was so good, and it's just like how my heart going, you know? Then I read Things We Hide from the Light. This is the 2nd book in the Knock 'Em Out series. This is about Nash and Lena. You meet Lena in the 1st book. She's Knox's ex-girlfriend, which I think is kind of funny. Something happens at the end of the 1st book. Well, the end of the 1st book. You're like seeing Nash come back from that, which I thought was really cool. And then him and Lena's relationship were phenomenal, as they are, you know. Loved them together, and this was just such a cute little, like, I love these small time romance books. They're just so good. But I loved that book. It was so good. I rated it 5 stars. And then I read Girls Like Us. My roommate has been begging me to read it. It's like a mystery thriller kind of thing. Basically this girl, her dad dies, and she has to go back to her hometown, which is like in the Outer Banks. It's not in the Outer Banks. It's in like the Hamptons, somewhere like that. And she is in, oh my gosh, I just read this book like 3 days ago and I don't remember. She was in the BAU, the Behavioral Analysis Unit of the FBI, and she's on like leave because her dad just died, whatever. And one of the police officers, because her dad was in the police, like comes and is like, hey, can you like check out this case for me? And she ends up staying in the town, and then some stuff starts happening and it gets kind of crazy, but it was really good. I gave it 4 stars. I'm still trying to get into like my mystery thriller era, you know. I'm trying to get used to it, but it was really good. And then the last book that I read, which I actually finished today, was The Right Move, which is the 2nd book. It comes after Mile High and the Windy, is it the Windy City series? I think it is the Windy City series. Rated 5 stars. Absolutely loved it. It was so good. Ryan and Indy were literally, I was living for them. They were so, oh my gosh, I love them so much. I read most of it yesterday. I think when I got to work this morning, I was like 97% through, so I read the rest of it on lunch. But it was so good. Their dynamic is just awesome, and there like also wasn't a 3rd act breakup. I guess no. I guess I wouldn't call it a 3rd act breakup. Like something happened and she like, actually no, I'm thinking of the wrong. They didn't break up per se. You know, I found while reading books, women don't like to listen, and I realized more like in my normal life that like women really don't like to listen. So I just thought it was funny. But yeah. Now moving on to my April TBR. Like I said, I have 7 books. The first 2 are ones that I'm currently reading. The first one is Unravel Me, obviously, 2nd book in the 2nd/3rd book in the Shatter Me series. I'm like 150 pages in. Yeah, I was reading this while I was sick, and then I just kind of like, I didn't give up. I was just kind of like, nah. So I put it down for a minute. I'm hoping to get back to it soon, but I do have Unravel Me, and then I have Tell Me Lies by Corolla. That is not how you say that. Lovering? I don't know. This is about what I've read so far. It's starting out really not good for me. I'm 34 pages in. I'm hoping that I can get through this better. Usually I sit down and I read the first 100 pages of a book, and then I'm like, okay, I'm invested. I'm in it. Whatever. I didn't do that with this one, and I needed to have, because yeah, I just picked it up like 2 days ago, but I'm kind of like needing more. So next book I have is Forever Never by Lucy Score. I kept seeing this everywhere and I was just kind of like, I need to get it. So yeah, I'm really excited to start this one. Love Lucy Score's writing. Really excited to get into that. And then I have Hooked, which is the first book in the Never After series. I know that these are all on Kindle Unlimited, so but I do have the first one now, and if I like it, you know I'm going back to buy the other ones in paperback. However, I'm on a book buying ban, so we'll see how that goes. But this has been on my bookshelf for I can't even tell you how long, and I'm really excited to get into it. So we have that one. Next we have Daisy Hates. This is the second book in the Magnolia Parks like universe. I am absolutely terrified to start this book. Jessa Hastings, like, the way that she wrote Magnolia and BJ, I just don't, like, I cannot see her writing any other characters, and I'm worried that this is going to be, like, too similar to the point where I'm, like, I don't know. I'm just, like, really nervous. I am so terrified to start this book, but I want to read it so I can read Magnolia Parks too, so we've got it in the pile. Next, we have War Storm, which is the technical last book in the, Red Queen series. After is Broken Throne, which is a bunch of novellas that are like together in a book that I also will need to read after this, but this is the last like main book in the Red Queen series. I think I finished King's Cage in February maybe, so I really need to finish this up, especially because I cannot explain to you how excited I am to start the series. I have been watching JV, love you girl, I'll put your at on the screen. She just started these and like obviously everybody's reading them, but she was talking about how much she loved it and I was like, like I have the whole series, like should I start it? And I really want to, so I need to finish up Red Queen. And I want to at least get one more book into the Shatter Me series before I start this, because I feel like I just have like this gut feeling it's going to captivate my whole life. So I am really excited to start this. If you want to keep updated of what books I'm reading, when I'm reading them, what I'm doing, please follow my Bookstagram. It's Anna's Little Moments. I'll put it on the screen. I have been loving being on there. The community is so nice and I love everybody. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment down below your favorite color. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!